Right.
Always remember, don't ever forget this. If I ever can impart one piece of information onto your brains, okay, about these like red pill ultra alpha guys, as much as these dudes try to set themselves apart and as much as they try to show you how like alpha or ultra masculine are, remember that for these types of men, and really to some extent for all men, your ultimate sense of validation is never going to come from you. It's never going to be about your accomplishments or achievements. It's never going to be about any of that shit. It's always going to be about what women think about you. These types of men especially are slaves to what women think about them. And it's why anytime they can get any woman around them, they have to show them off. They have to have other guys seeing, because the ultimate sense, the ultimate test of a man is a woman, is to have the validation of a woman. And the more women you get around you showing that like they like you, the better you can feel around other men. Yeah, it's always the case.
Go ahead and tell me what parody is. Is this what you do? Do you do this with everybody you debate, or is it just me because I'm like a thorn in your side or something? Are you genuinely intimidated by me?
You're not a thorn in my side. I don't think about you.
I think that I wonder if I'm one of the few people that genuinely intimidates you. That's what it seems like. Because every time we talk, you lose your fucking mind.
Dude,
I wonder if you get more bald after our conversations.
Will you stop talking for a minute so I can just make a fucking point?
You've literally been talking for 80% of this conversation. We can tally up the time, and you have been rambling and rambling and rambling while avoiding almost every single question I've asked you. You haven't been able to engage intellectually with a single point that I brought up. I have engaged. Anybody can go back and watch the clips. Dog, this isn't a good look for you. You're not coming off strong here. I don't know if you're used to being on podcasts where there's 6 other people screaming at me, so you think that you have like some rhetorical or factual advantage, but you don't. You're a 53-year-old guy on here screaming at me about how you make a lot of money off of bonds and fuck 18-year-olds. You are literally the stereotypical version of an alpha male that has zero confidence, zero self-esteem, and goes online to flaunt things that they probably don't have in order to feel better about themselves because they have zero fucking respect for themselves.
Can I make a point? Can I make a point? Yes?
Sorry, I'm not here for you to make points. I just wanted to analyze Coach Redpill. The only reason I came here today was because I wanted to see what makes you tick, and now I see what it is. It's pretending to have a lot of money, pretending to fuck 18-year-olds. That's all that you get off on the end of the day. It's really interesting. It's kind of sad, but it's interesting too. So now I can see where your projections come from. When you tell me that, oh, you must have been bullied as a kid or whatever, was that you? Were you fat and bald in high school, and that's why you accuse me of being bullied? Because you think if it happened to you, it must be a ubiquitous experience among teenagers that do YouTube now or something? Or
Okay.
Is that why you fuck 18-year-old girls, or try to at least? I'm suspect of even that claim. Are you trying to get back at all the girls that bullied you through high school, and you can get back at them now by fucking high school girls?
I'm gonna borrow from old and Jordan Peterson here. I feel like I'm quoting him way too much lately.
Really skip the last one. People really change.
Yep. I think men and women are closer in temperament than people like to think. I think he said this a lot, or he used to. I don't know what the fuck he says anymore. When I think about like how I want to evaluate relationships, I feel like there's like a level 1 kind of like lizard brain thing. So like man with woman because pretty young, woman with man because lots of money, security, like, and I mean like the lizard brain is real. Those games are being played, obviously. But when that's like the be all and end all, I think that it's a little bit hollow. I think it's strange sometimes that religious people or spiritual people, I'll say Tate is like a spiritual person. Tate seems to reject this kind of like liberal consumerist society where it's all about possessions and things and video games and money. And that's why he says he errs more towards societies that are more spiritually fulfilling. Even if it's in Dubai, you know, whether it's Allah or God, at least there's some spiritual thing going on there. He's looking for some deeper level of engagement than just like buying shit and having money, which is fair. I think that's a fair statement to say. But then I find it odd that these same people, when they view relationships, seem to have like really one-dimensional views of relationships. When you talk about like respect and power and all the stuff that as a man you're expected to have like going into a relationship, I would need a woman that was like on my level. I wouldn't be able to handle it like any other way. Like if I was with a woman that I didn't respect, and respect to me doesn't mean like takes care of the household, okay? Because a retarded 14-year-old can do that. If I wasn't with a woman that I didn't have some respect for, it wouldn't work out. And I guess I understand different people look for like different things in a relationship, but like I want a partner that can like challenge me to some extent. I want a partner that can push me to do things that I wouldn't otherwise, that like materially improves my life. Somebody that might cover weaknesses that I have, like here's a blind spot that I have, or here's something that I can't cover, whatever. Somebody that can do things that like make me a better person. Like for me, like a romantic partner or a dating partner is an addition to my life that synergizes with me, that makes me better than I could be otherwise, rather than like an object or possession we conquered because I've achieved a certain status in my life. I think that's like a fundamentally altered way of viewing relationships versus the kind of like Christianish or spiritual tradcon guys like Tate. But that's kind of the difference. That's the difference, I guess, in how I view stuff. Like there's a lot of like super hot young women that are looking to be conquered, but like that's just, that type of relationship is like very boring to me. Fun for sex, I guess, or like fucking, but like actual dating, like fuck no. I couldn't be with anybody that I didn't respect in that manner.